Hello everyone, this is the Red Rocks Community College Library Instruction Team. Today we're going to be going over how to search PubMed using MeSH terms. PubMed is the National Library of Medicine's database for biomedical literature. It's a really good resource if you're looking for any kind of information on health sciences. I'm going to start off with a basic search, so I'm going to go to pubmed.gov and then type in tuberculosis. Underneath the search bar, it'll count how many results I get, and as you can see, I have over 30,000 pages. If you want a more efficient way of getting results, you can actually use MeSH, or Medical Subject Headings. This is a vocabulary list that the National Library of Medicine developed specifically to describe biomedical literature. The MeSH terms are actually only used to describe articles which are in Medline, which is a subdatabase of the larger PubMed database. If you want to filter to only search for articles that have these subject headings tagged, you can go over to the filters and click on Medline. You can find the subject headings at the bottom of Medline articles, so let's scroll through to the bottom of this one and take a look. And as we can see, this article is tagged with specific keywords and phrases. These refer to a concept within the article, and any article that also covers these same topics will be tagged with the same keyword. Now, if I click on this keyword and select Search in PubMed, it will return all of those articles for me. It's a very efficient way of getting what you're actually looking for without having to try out a bunch of different combinations of keywords. Let's go a little deeper into MeSH. I'll go back to the article and I'll find another search term I want to work with. I'm going to click on tuberculosis vaccines, and instead of search in PubMed, I'm going to click search in MeSH. This will take me to the actual vocabulary list where it will define the subject heading. As we can see, these are organized into a hierarchy or a tree. There are 16 main branches under all MeSH categories. Chemicals and drugs category is the first main branch. Then there are dozens of different sub-branches under each one. We can see tuberculosis vaccines as a subject heading under the sub-branch bacterial vaccines. If I click on bacterial vaccines, I'll see that there are a bunch of different types of vaccines listed underneath it. And if I search bacterial vaccines in PubMed, it's going to give me articles that are also tagged with all of these words too. And in PubMed, this is what is known as exploding. You'll also see that a lot of articles are tagged with a combination of a subject heading and a subheading. The subheading is just to make the subject heading more specific. Now I'll show you a more advanced method of searching with MeSH. Let's choose the option to search in MeSH. Look in the corner. We've got this PubMed search builder here. So say I wanted all of the articles that talked about tuberculosis vaccines. I can add that to the search builder. Let's say I also wanted articles that talked about HIV infections. I can add this to the search builder too, and I can specify which Boolean operator I want to use with that. My options are AND, OR, and NOT. If you'd like to learn more about Boolean operators, you can visit the Boolean operators page on our database searching libguide. And when I'm done building my search query, I can hit search in PubMed and it will give me my results. Finally, you can also use the advanced search function, which is found under the regular search bar. In this one, you have a series of boxes. In the first one, you can enter any search term into whatever field you choose. You can search for an author or a journal title instead of just a keyword. Underneath that, you have the query box where you can enter your own queries. You can use this to get really specific functions. For example, you can stop your results from exploding, which I talked about earlier. This is pretty advanced, so there's also a course that we'll share the link to where you can learn more of these techniques. Let's walk through another example to put it all together. Say I wanted to do a search for articles that talked about ADHD medication and autism. If I go into the search bar and input those terms in my own words, I'm going to get quite a few results. To start using MeSH, I'm going to click on an article I think is most relevant. Then I will go down to the MeSH terms themselves. Here I can click on a promising subject heading and use it to search in PubMed. That already doesn't narrow down my results very much. In fact, that gives me more than what I started with. I started with 2,000, now I have over 6,500. But if we use the strategies from before, we can really narrow down our results to a more manageable amount. I'm going to go back. This time, I am really going to specify what results I want by using the PubMed Search Builder option. I'm going to go to the controlled vocabulary and add this first term into my search builder. Then, because I specifically want to talk about ADHD medication, I'm going to enter the term they use for the subheading pairing and add that to the search builder too. Then I'll add my final term, autism, and select which term I actually want to use. When I've added all of those, I can hit search in PubMed and see that this gives me 30 results compared to the over 2,000 that I started with. That is all for today, so if you have any questions, feel free to reach out at library@rrcc.edu or come visit us in person.